Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today I was actually challenged by a YouTuber I know named John, Catholic Forensics, to do a video about why I am still Catholic and I've always been Catholic. Now I walked away from the church for about 2 years, but I would receive I was still Catholic in a way, but I didn't, participate as much as I used to. And then I realized the most important thing to me was my faith. It was like the ultimate thing. This was when I was 15, till I was like 16, till about 18 years old. And then, when I was about 18 to 21, I had to take, sorry, not 18 to 21, 21 to about 23, I had to take a break from going to church in the actual parish because I was on homebound. I could not attend Mass, I could not take communion, I could not receive confession. I had to just basically get it from the hospital in my home or through television Mass, and that was very difficult. But through all that, the biggest thing that remained was God's love. God's love through a time of ultimate destruction, non-dislike for love of myself, and even before, when I was born, I was raised Catholic from the moment I was basically implanted in a household of adopted kids. I was Catholic, and there was no takesy backsies. There was no going away from it. Is once I was adopted, I was confirmed. I was baptized, and then at 7 I had communion, and 16 I did confirmation, and 7 I did confession, my first confession, and the reason I walked away when I was 15 was because I felt like I had done something wrong by God, and I was ashamed, and I was hurt, and I didn't feel like I deserved him the respect that he deserved. And I went back to confession on Ash Wednesday of 2013, and got sick about October of 2013. And from there, proceeded to go to Mass for a while, and then I got even sicker. But I've realized that ultimately, the one thing that matters is God's love for me. There is nothing that can stop me, from being with God. I am Catholic not because of the scandals, not because of the problems with the Pope and the papacy and all that. I pray for the Pope. If anything, I think the thing that I relish on and live on is the love God has for me. I have to, because there is no other person in the entire world who loves me as much as God loves me. The time I didn't like myself were the times I needed God most. And my family would even notice that. They would even say, like, Madison, you're so angry. Why don't go back to church? Like, you're not the same girl. Like, go back. Just go back. And I finally did, and I felt God's presence even more so. And he was preparing me for kind of like my flight to Egypt, really. Like Joseph and Mary took their flight to Egypt, but they had to escape for their lives and know that God was with them, and just know, preparing me for my own agony in the garden, as I like to call it sometimes, that Jesus went through. I had to prepare for the struggle and the triumph and the the ultimate sacrifices I was going to have to make if I was going to have SPS. So, just like St. Paul will say, in your weaknesses you are made strong. And in my weaknesses of unfaithfulness and my lack of control of like who I am and being ashamed, I remained Catholic. Now, I don't know if this considers me as a revert or completely Catholic, but I would definitely still consider myself completely Catholic because I still love God. I just did not attend Mass. I was not in the right head because I felt I was bad. I was bad. I did not, I didn't know how to tell him, I'm sorry, God, in Mass. But I definitely still was like, God was still on my mind. It's just, I was resorting back to bad things and doing bad stuff, and it was just not the good time. And there was the perfect time to return. And John, you're gonna have to correct me if I'm wrong, but revert or Catholic? You can correct me. But I was definitely a cradle Catholic until I was 16, and then something happened, and been Catholic ever since. 18. So and you know what? That's the thing. Is the church scandals, all the papacy and the Pope stuff, and the idol worship and all that. If anything, I'm